Konnichiwa, minasan. O genki desu ka? Watashi wa genki da yo. Okay, so I wanted to teach you today the te form because I looked on YouTube and I didn't really find anything that was good, at least. I just glanced at it, but I didn't really find a lot, so you guys really need this. Yeah, it's a bit difficult though, and I did make a movie, or not a movie, I did make a taste form video, but it was too long according to YouTube, and they don't let us go past 10 minutes no matter what account you have, so I have to redo it again. But I think I'm going to do it in 2 parts this time, because the taste form is pretty rough if you're just learning it. There's just like a million rules. So, I'm going to go through it slowly with you, and hopefully I can keep it like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No longer than 10 minutes though, for each part. And I'm going to go through each step though. What is the te form? That's a good question. Te form has many uses, but when you just use the te form by itself, it's used for commands in Japanese, like you're telling someone to do something. So yeah, you'll see what I mean soon. Alright, but to use te form, you have to take the plain form of a verb and you need to change it so that it has a te ending. Okay? Well, usually. Something like that. Alright. Well, first, to do te form, you need to understand that there are 3 different verbs in Japanese. There are ru verbs, u verbs, and irregular verbs. If you're from a different school of thought, you might know them as class 1, class 2, and class 3 verbs, but I like to think of it as ru verbs, u verbs, and irregular verbs because it makes more sense to me. It's not just 1, 2, and 3. But anyway. So I'll explain the verbs, different types of verbs to you first so that you can use te form, and then we will practice and I will teach you. Alright. The first set of verbs are ru verbs. These are the easiest. They always end in either iru or eru. So an example of that would be taberu. Taberu is spelled T-A-B-E-R-U and it ends in E-R-U. It doesn't matter what hiragana, it's just, it needs to be E-R-U. If you spelled it in Romanji, it would be either E-R-U or I-R-U. So, taberu. Another example is okiru, which means to wake up. O-K-I-R-U. I-R-U. So, okiru is a ru verb. Okay. And what else? Let me look at my book. Dekiru. That's another important one. That means to be able to do something, or you can do something. Dekiru, D-E-K-I-R-U, it ends in iru, so it's a ru verb. Alright. So this is important in the te form because if you know the ru verb, then you just take off the ru at the end, the hiragana ru, and you add te to it. So the te replaces the ru. Now I'll go back to my examples of taberu. Take off the ru in taberu and make it tabete. Taberu to tabete. The ru changes to te. Okiru, okite. Okiru, okite. And dekiru, dekite. Dekiru, dekite. Now, if you can think of any other examples, let me know. Or just practice, because usually they'll be ru verbs, but not always. There are a few tricky ones out there. Okay, so that's ru verbs. Okay, I think I'll do irregular verbs next, and then make the part 2 just with verbs. Irregular verbs are pretty easy. There's just 2 of them in this category. My nose is itchy today. Okay. And so the 2 irregular verbs are suru and kuru. Suru means to do something, and kuru means to come. So these just have their own little rules. They're in their own little world, and they don't follow any other rules except their own. So suru changes to shite in te form. Shite. Not the F word, but S-H-I-T-E. Shite. Okay, so then kuru, that changes to kite. Not kite, but kite. K-I-T-E. It's kind of like the word kite. That's how it's spelled. But it's pronounced kite. Kite. I'm itchy today. Okay. So those are the regular verbs. Now, one more thing I want to mention before I end this video is that to make these more polite, you can add kudasai at the end of the te form. So, if you, taberu means to eat, and tabete means eat. Well, if you want to make it more polite, you can say tabete kudasai. Please eat. And as I was saying before, okiru is to wake up, okite is wake up. So okite kudasai means please wake up. It's more polite. And okite by itself would be informal, of course. So yeah, so the te form that the te form version that I'm teaching you is just knowing how to use commands in Japanese. But the te form has many other uses, which you'll learn later. But that's the main one, I think. The first one you should learn. Okay. So I'm gonna stop here and move on to verbs, which are pretty hard. But it won't be that bad, I promise. Okay? Bye! Watch part 2.